Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Russ over at A Plus Junk Removal here in Rochester, New York, and in Sarasota, Florida. So, if some of you guys are just starting out, or you've been in it for a while, and you're looking to purchase new equipment, or you're looking to do it, there's always a fight between the truck and trailer guys and the dumpster guys. And so, I'm just going to kind of go over this real quick in my opinion on it. I looked at buying diesel trucks. I've looked at buying gas trucks. I looked at buying a truck and trailer setup. So we're gonna go through each of them right now, real quick, okay? So these are for the trucks. These are your options, okay? You got a truck and trailer, right? You got dump trucks. You got switch and go. Switch and go, okay? Now, truck and trailer, let's just break this down because a lot of you guys think that you're gonna go out and buy a $2,000 trailer, go out and make, oh God, $800 to $2,000 a day on a trailer. It's not gonna happen, okay? If you go out and buy a $2,000 trailer, you got no shot. If you're gonna buy a trailer, you're gonna buy a dump trailer, okay? You're gonna buy a 15-yard to 20-yard dump trailer. Okay, that's gonna put you back about 15 to 17 grand. New. You can buy them used, but I don't like buying used equipment because I don't know what that motherfucker did to it, and if it's fucked up, you're screwed. Okay, so you're going to spend $15,000 to $17,000 just on the trailer. You're going to need a truck to pull it. A Chevy 1500 ain't going to pull that thing. Not for any long period of time. If you're looking for long term, you're going to need a big truck. You're either going to need a 2500 Chevy, an F250, F350, Chevy 3500. Any of those trucks will pull it. Dodge Rams with the Cummins will pull it too. But for a decent truck, you're going to be into the truck alone, low mileage, decent truck. You're going to be into that truck for about 40 grand, 40 to 45 grand. Okay, so your setup to go out and buy a truck and trailer combo, unless you want to look like half these people on here with their trailer all falling apart, put together with bungee cords and fucking plywood that's been rotted and shitty, you're going to spend about $55,000 to $60,000 on a truck and trailer setup. Okay? 55 to 60 grand. Now, if you're going long term, if it's just you, a friend, you're just starting out, truck and trailer is going to work just fine for you. Long term, if you're looking to grow and have businesses, I would absolutely avoid the truck and trailer because once you start hiring people, if they do not know how to drive a truck with a trailer on it, whether it's backing up or anything else, you're fucked. The other thing that most of you guys don't understand and don't realize, even if you do understand it, you still don't listen, okay? A truck and trailer combo under the federal DOT lines, okay? If the truck and the trailer have a combined weight of 10,000 pounds or more combined, okay? And it's the truck and the trailer alone weigh more than 10,000 pounds. If you go with this setup, you are going to need a CDLA, okay? So this requires a CDLA or DOT fines. You take your pick, okay? You want to try to get around with a truck and trailer? Go for it. It's about 50 grand. You need a CDLA, and you're going to get fined if you don't have one. Second one we have are dump trucks. Now, dump trucks are going to be Isuzu NPRs. They do make Fusos, Chevy 4500s, all of these, okay? This is where I would suggest you guys start. Now, the reason is a new truck is going to run you about 75 grand, okay? A good used truck, you can find them all over the place, you're going to get for about 45 to 50 grand. Same price as the new truck and trailer. A used truck and a brand new trailer are going to cost you 40 to 45, and a Isuzu NPR that's got maybe 50,000 to 80,000 miles, going to cost you about 45 to 50. Okay, going forward, this is the one you want to use because you don't need CDLs to drive these. They typically are rated at about 14.5. Some of the NPR HDs are 19.5 GVW, but you don't need a CDL until you're over 25,999. Okay, so the dump trucks are going to be just as expensive as your truck and trailer, but this you need a CDLA, which costs $10,000 to get. I know because I've looked into it. Depending on the market. Here it's 10 grand. And then if you don't have a CDLA and you get pulled over, you're subject to DOT fines. So that's where you're at. Dump trucks, you don't need them. They are easy. You can do it. Notice how there's one truck that I didn't put up in here, and that's box trucks. I don't believe in box trucks. Anytime you have to load stuff and then hand unload stuff, again, it takes longer at the dump. It just is, you're more subject to back injuries, cuts, bruises, things falling on you. I don't like box trucks for that reason. Dump trucks, you're in, you're out, you're done. That's it. Okay. Now, the other option that you have is a switch and go system. Now, this is what a lot of the franchises use down south. They use, College Hunks uses switch and go systems. I believe Stand Up Guys has both. A lot of them are going that way because then they can do dumpster rentals and then they can also do it as regular junk removal. And the other thing too is that, at least in Florida, sometimes the dump lines are really long. So it's easy to take a switch and go, drop a trailer, pick up another, or drop the can, pick up another can, go to your next job, keep it moving, and then have somebody at the shop who is just loading the full cans and going back and forth to the yard to dump them and empty them and keep the process going, okay? So switch and go trucks, you're gonna go ahead and buy one. Again, this is another one of those things I would not buy a used one. You don't know how bad the winch is. You don't know how much they beat the shit out of that thing. If you're gonna go a switch and go route, you're gonna go brand new. That's what I would do. You guys do what you want, but you can go switch and go route. Now, when it comes to these two trucks, either one you pick, great options. Switch and go truck's gonna put you back about 75 to 90. New, used, not that much. The other thing is that on switch and goes, you have to buy the cans. I think each one of these cans are somewhere in the neighborhood of like $5 to $6 grand each. Okay, 5 to 6K for cans. Now, switch and goes are great because you can do either dumpster rentals or both. It helps you on bigger jobs, so I can understand the need to want to go to switch and go. But if you're going to go this way, I would go new. Don't buy used because those people beat the shit out of them. Okay, now here comes the real one that everyone wants to know. Do I buy gas or diesel? Okay, I'm a gas guy. Okay, I have diesel trucks for my roll-offs. I have a 750 hook lift and I have a 650 hook lift. Those are both diesel. Now, for dumpster rentals, I would not go gas. Don't do it. They can't tow as much. They don't last as long. The transmissions aren't built as good. You know, in ours, we have an Allison transmission in our 750 and we have a cat motor, so they're pretty good. In the Ford 650, they're all Ford parts. I'm a little hesitant on those because Ford sucks. I hate them, but this is a great truck. The truck has never done me wrong and it's great. So now here's the advantage, okay? If you have a gas truck versus a diesel truck, pros, cons. Okay, now the pros to gas is cheaper gas, cheaper maintenance. Diesel mechanics are really expensive, so the hourly rate for gas is cheaper, repair costs. You also don't have to replace the fuel filters as much. Also, when it comes to this, your oil changes on gas are a third of the price of on a diesel. Okay, so when you're doing an oil change on your gas truck, I do them in-house. We do them for about 35 to 45 bucks, depending on where oil's at. We use Fleet Pride oil filters, and then we go to Costco and buy the synthetic, which is good for about 7,500 miles. Okay, now the cons of gas, less miles. Obviously, a diesel truck's gonna get more miles than gas, but it isn't that much. Usually a gas one is out at about 50,000 miles less than a diesel one, and then you're gonna have to replace the motors, okay? So really, the only con that I see is less gas, and I'm sorry, less miles on the motor and less miles per gallon. That's it. Those are the only advantages I can see to that, is that on a diesel truck, you can use a 4-cylinder, get more miles per gallon. So it does help you in the cost of, at the fuel pump. But remember that the repairs cost twice as much, okay? You have to repair diesels more than you do gas. Not only that, but diesel parts are not readily available as much as gas are. Isuzu, with the nice thing is that Isuzu and Chevy, it's the same truck. You take a Chevy 4500 versus any type of Isuzu NPR. They're the exact same trucks. The parts are all interchangeable. They have a partnership. Duramax motors in Chevy are actually made by Isuzu, and all the gas motors in Isuzus are actually Chevy L86 motors, or whatever the V8s are that they use at the time. Now, the diesels, the pros, cheaper gas, or cheaper long-term gas because of better miles per gallon. okay? That's it. If I go to the cons, it's going to be basically the same thing. Expensive maintenance, more expensive parts, it costs more to repair, parts aren't readily available, so to sit and have that truck sitting costs you way more money because the diesel parts are just very hard to get. So parts, availability, and all that stuff. Now, the other thing that you got to remember too is that not everybody that you're going to hire is a genius. Okay? So do not mix and match your fleet. Pick one and stick with it. Because what you guys don't realize is that if Bobby gets in the gas truck 4 days out of the week, and then his truck goes and needs some sort of maintenance, and he hops in a diesel truck and he goes to the gas station, Bobby is going to put diesel in the gas, and you're out 10 grand because you're going to be fucked if that happens. So pick one, stick to it. But for me, the way I look at it is gas dump trucks, NPR, you can do HD or not, doesn't really matter. You're not going to 14.5, you're very rarely ever over 14.5. The truck weighs about 8,800 pounds with me in it and empty. Okay, so you're not going to load 7,000, 8,000 pounds in that truck. And if you do, it can still handle it. So it's not a big deal. But if I was going to get a truck, if I started right now, I would eliminate the truck and trailer, I would eliminate the switch and goes, and I would just stick with NPR HD or NPR gas dump trucks.